Wild experience. Oh, hi! So fancy seeing you here. As we were just discussing, this is podcast Deciphered. It's Deciphered podcast.
This is podcast Deciphered.
14. I can't do that with hands. Welcome. I am your host, Kieran. He is your host, Robert. Or Rob.
Ha! Deadly ah!
Oh, do it straight away. Fucking going crazy today.
Moistenings.
In this episode, we are bringing you the news. We've
actually got news.
We've actually got news.
We've got news.
One very great piece of news.
So be right, please be watching.
We also have the topic of our shitfest. Shitfest number 1. We announce our top 10 bands. Sorry.
It's the only one we've done, but yes. I'm going to number it anyway.
Yes. It's because I thought about the other festival. I was like, it's the other festival. That was a shitfest. Like, shit. So yeah, shitfest. We name our top 10 bands that are just absolutely dire, so they're going to play our festival because they're awful. We're going to review Outside the Box by a local band, Hectivist. And we are going to finish off round 3 of the Decipher Tournament.
The Decipher Tournament. Should be a blast.
So nice. Right, starting off with piece 1 of the news. We're saving one particular thing till last. And that is Dewey Jordison.
Well,
he was in an interview recently where he stated he's nothing to do with the band anymore. There's no plans to go back.
Does that mean... Sorry, go on.
Yeah, pretty much blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do it. But then at the end he stated, if it falls into the right place at the right time, then I'm open for it.
So, madly contradicting himself.
Yeah. Hilarious.
But what I want to know, does that mean that he no longer has no royalties to any of the music? Or... Do you know what I mean? Like, if he's got nothing to do with the band anymore, is that what he's announcing? That they've squared him off?
I don't think... I didn't take it from that, but that's very possible. I mean, I don't know how royalties work with... Hi, Billy. I don't know how royalties work with certain things, to be honest, with old tracks, but... Did they play?
I suppose it depends on the medium that it's getting streamed / bought / played through.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, yeah. Because if they've sort of paid him off... Like, if they've made a deal with him where they pay him a certain amount of money and he no longer has any of the rights to the music anymore, if they've bought the rights from him.
It's true. I don't know how it works. It's very, very strange.
Very strange.
Yeah, strange.
It's a strange series of events.
Oh, super strange. Anyway.
So that's that.
Yes.
Joey is considerably larger now as well. The conditions, obviously...
Oh, you mean literal larger?
Literally
like
larger.
More famous?
No.
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 I don't think many people could name Vimic, to be honest.
Who?
Vimic, exactly. One of the bands he's in. Or was
One
it?
of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Murder Doll's still in, I think.
Huh. Didn't even know they were still a thing.
Another one, which I forgot to write down, but luckily I have it remembered in my fucking journalistic brain, is that a member of American Head Charge has been arrested for stealing guitars, which is just an outright sin. If you're a fucking musician, you know how much that hurts people and how much that can hurt bands or stores. I think it was from a band.
Especially with what we were discussing a few weeks back with like one massive guitar company in particular nearly going bust and losing fucking millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like, this shit just can't go on.
If you're in a band, you should be paying for your own guitars, or don't be in a band.
100%.
Don't abuse the music industry.
100%.
Further your own. You're a prick. So fuck you.
Motherfucker.
And finally, as if they heard our review last week, again I don't have the name because fuck you, a member of Beartooth, the terrible band we reviewed last week, has quit the band.
We are the fucking kings.
Yeah. Mere days, possibly hours after he watched our podcast, he decided, you know what, these guys are right. They are dire.
What am I doing with my life?
I didn't realise he cried at the end of the album. I wasn't really paying attention because I had my headphones on to block that fucking awful scream. So yeah, while it's mainly hilarious and absolutely fucking fantastic, hopefully he does well. There's nothing wrong with the guitarist.
No.
Bad end. Okay, so that's the news. Do you have any more news for us?
Yes.
Ooh. Sugar me Shirley.
Well, I had a very similar reaction to finding out that Rammstein are backing the studio.
Of course. Silly me, how did I forget?
Mate.
I'm fucking ready.
Yes.
9 years since
I did not
their
know it
last
had been
album.
that long, man.
Which is called Schmetterling. Yes, it's German. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. So hopefully it's released this year. If not next year, then it'll be 10 years.
10 years, man.
Turn to turn.
10 fucking years. That's crazy.
MAD-ness. Madness.
Madness.
We're dry on to material tonight. Well, I am, because I'm fucking got a headache. No, it's gone now. So I'm very excited for Rammstein, because it's Rammstein.
And it's excitement.
Yeah, I'm fully excited.
For Rammstein.
Play on words. Okay, my man. So we are going to go straight balls deep into our topic for this week.
Okay.
Who should go first?
I don't mind announcing who I would have opening my shitfest.
Okay. Far away.
So let's paint the picture here a little bit, okay?
Hi, Sophie.
Let's paint the scene a little bit. You missed the news. You missed the news.
A member of Beartooth has left the band because he saw our podcast.
Ah.
The second bit may not be true, but he definitely left the band.
Yeah, that part is definitely true.
Yes.
Moving swiftly on. Opening. So, painting the picture. Okay. So, let's imagine we've gone early bird to shitfest.
Love, love.
Love, love, love. We've gone early bird to shitfest. So, you know, we're there, fucking pitching our tents, getting drunk as fuck. You know, nice and early on, probably, you know, midday on a Wednesday.
Yep.
As you do. You know, no alcoholics would ever be involved with things like that.
No, of course not.
So you pitch in your tent, you have a banging couple of days where you're just getting used to camp life again and all of the rest.
Can't whip down there, sorry.
And then, bang, Friday morning comes around and it's time for music.
Picture it now.
It's time for music.
What stain on society do I see first?
Panic at the fucking Disco.
Okay.
No, not okay. That's
interesting your choice.
Yeah.
They're not on my list, but yeah, I don't care for them. Panic at the Disco.
Brendan/Brandon, whichever one he is.
Open the goddamn door now! Stop doing these kinds of things when you buy our merch.
And when you buy our merch, please.
Cause I chime in.
There's a song that I heard of theirs way back in the day. I hated them anyway, and there was a song that I heard where, like, literally the YouTube caption for it was Brendan Urie tries to scream. And it is literally the most hilarious.
You like
thing
Beartooth,
ever.
of course you'd go.
Yeah, well...
More on them later.
So yeah, Panic at the Shitsco are headlining Discfest. Wait, I got that wrong.
I'm going to like it though. That was a play on words.
That was a play on words. And it was because you played on words a minute ago that made me play on words.
Oh, we collaborate.
We do.
This is a two-man deal.
I'm thinking of ways to play on that. Who would you have open your festival?
So, with my big festival, with a good festival, sorry, my great, amazing festival, I had a big band open with Metallica.
Yes.
Now I'm going to tell you this, and you're going to stay calm. My initial opener was Red Hot Chili Peppers. I changed my mind, they're not on here, okay? Opening my shitfest, not as big, but definitely a lot worse, is Queens of the Stone Age. Because they're horrendous. I would then have, we get our special rules again, don't forget. Like we did like certain sets and stuff like that, like we did the good one.
I've got a couple of those.
Also, I only got two, this one just thought of right now. On this occasion, during the last song, all the camera people go on stage and kick him in the face. Right?
I mean, that would make it a good festival for me.
Yeah, but it's still a shit. You still go for a whole set.
You still got to go for a whole set. Okay. That's fair.
I have to walk home, but I'll be back. Okay, Sophie, we'll see you later.
Ta-ta.
So yeah, Queens of Stone Age, absolutely fucking dire. Josh Holmes a cunt, so I'll have them open.
Is it Homme?
I'm gonna go...
Homme!
Homme! Josh Homme!
Josh!
Queens of the Stone Age!
Queens of the Stone Age! My name is Josh Homme!
Look at the frog, I break its face! And beret. Josh Homme is French.
Josh Homme! I've released a new fragrance. It is Homme for men. Le fragrance est Homme, mais pas Josh.
À des toilettes!
À des toilettes!
We appreciate French people on this podcast.
Can't you tell? Oh, we appreciate everyone, honestly. Khodid and Cambriere are my second
God,
band.
well, I didn't think of those, but yeah,
Oh,
fucking God,
I'm
they're
surprised you
fucking
didn't
awful.
think of those.
That's his voice.
I mean,
but higher.
They're suddenly an Oriental band, J-Rock.
Just like halfway through a song. You!
We also appreciate Japanese people on this podcast.
I'm a racist podcast. I'm a redneck like my flag.
Who have you got open in your festival?
Second
place.
Second place, laddie.
Second place.
I have Atreyu.
Okay.
Now, in my history, I'm known for hating Atreyu. More on that on a special. However,
Interesting.
but they surprised me live when I accidentally saw them at Download 2010. So Download 2010, I was with my boy Titch.
My boy.
And he, we went to go see, it was Flyleaf, then Atreyu.
I would go and see Flyleaf.
Yeah, that's who we went to go see. I was going to leave him after Atreyu. We went there was issues with Flyleaf, they had to swap over. So I'm stood there watching like, and then Titch's like, oh, this is Atreyu. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, I thought it was shit. And he went down, so I went like a bit further in, but I left him to, I was going to meet him somewhere where I stood. And I kind of got into a few tracks and went through a phase liking them. I don't like them at all now, but... So they've made the shit festival, but they're low down because they're alright live.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, I haven't done mine in order like that. I've done just bands that I just would not like to see at a festival at all.
Okay.
There's some order to it as it gets later on, but in the early sort of part, I've separated mine out by openings. And in the early sort of part, they're just all shit.
Yeah? Fair?
Yeah. So, third place. Have you ever heard of a band called Broken Side?
Oh. Yes, I have.
I was hoping so.
Fuck me, they're hideous.
So they have made Shitfest. I wonder why. I mean, I don't. They're shite.
They're fucking diabolical.
They are quite possibly one of the worst excuses for a band in the history of excuses of bands.
Yeah, I mean, I would settle for that. They played Crawford at one point, I think, or the Pits.
That's disgusting.
It is disgusting. I remember Ian Rowe was obsessed with them. I was like, what is this scene kid bullshit?
Grim. I mean, I wouldn't even say that they're scene kid bullshit, really. I'm wearing a flat cap right now.
True.
They are just a shockingly shit band. So they've made Shitfest.
Yeah, if you haven't heard Broken Side, congratulations, you have literally achieved something. They are a combination of
Shit.
and feces,
Smeared in shit.
covered in feces.
And then when you put the earphones in to listen to their music, the earbuds are covered in shit.
Which makes you feces.
And then you shit on the album.
I'm not going to carry on.
I am. I joke. So, third place on yours. Now that we've established that Broken Side are kind of shit.
Yeah, well, technically, eighth down the thing is Suicidal Tendencies.
Interesting. So, how are you doing yours from the opening of the day?
Opening the day upwards.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm doing eighth and first there. So technically you're right, it is third on.
So, you've laid yours out on your list like a poster, basically, where you have the... Okay.
And
so
I'm working
I've done it the other
upwards.
way round. Okay.
So
That
what?
makes sense. So,
Yeah.
so, 7th place for you then.
Eighth place.
7th.
Eighth. I've only done two. You done three.
I'm so confused with life.
Eighth.
8th place.
Eighth on my list, right? So it is.
I can do maths.
Mathematics. So Suicidal Tendencies are about a band that I've never really cared about. I think their music's pretty shit. They have a particular song.
I can't actually think of any.
They had one on Guitar Hero. I can't remember what it's called. And it's like all he does is like talk through like. It's a really bad impression. Probably better than what they
I was
sound
going
like.
to say it was probably quite apt then if they're pretty shit.
Yeah, I want to say Disorder of a Teen. I don't know what it's called. It's genuinely diabolical. But I saw them support Slipknot, and they were between. It was sixth. Suicidal Tendencies, Slipknot.
Oh,
I was like, I'll give them a go live,
okay.
and they were just fucking horrendous. The guy kind of like, he's like all the time. Like, it's really bad. And then he does like little vocal bits, and he's like, as soon as he stops vocals, And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck?
What the fucking fuck are you doing? What are you fucking doing, young man? He's really old.
He's really old.
I just, your music's bad, but just go around like you're having a fucking seizure on stage is not appealing. But the crowd loved it. For whoever liked the band, they loved it. They're like, oh, it's fucking
This guy can fucking stomp side to side, mate.
Gerald guy, he knows how to do his things.
He's a damn good frontman because he knows how to sell gas, dickhead.
That's literally what he does. What is this episode about so far? It's a fucking mess. In the most beautiful way.
Oh, right, we're live. I forgot.
Oh, this is not a rehearsal? Okay, hi, Mum.
We don't rehearse, just
No,
so you
we
know.
don't.
we don't rehearse.
We are this natural state. So, Mr. Rob, what is 4 on your list?
See, I feel kind of bad because these guys are definitely not metal, but they deserve to be in Shitfest.
Okay, Shania Twain. No.
No,
That's harsh.
No. No. Let's not get carried away. I mean, I'm not as big a fan of Shania as you.
No.
But she is not Shitfest material.
No, she's beautiful.
The 1975.
Okay, don't know what it sounds like.
I'm gonna link some to you.
No, I don't want to hear Shitfest.
No, yeah, you are, but you need to now for perception and for
Context,
understanding and
yeah.
context. Yes.
Okay, I'll give him a couple of seconds.
Yeah,
of my
that's
time.
probably about enough.
What genre are they?
Shit.
Okay. Under which subcategory of shit? Feces.
The only sort of things that I can put them in the same category as is that really like light indie rocky shit with like almost not too far away from now you're just somebody that I used to know, like all of that weird kind of just ambient indie rock crap. You will understand the genre. You won't know what it is. You won't be able to name it, but you'll hear it and you'll be like, oh, these guys sound just like these guys, and they're also shit.
Okay, this camera's going fucking AWOL. Sorry about this, guys. It's driving us as much insane as it is you. Okay, is that what you got to say about the 1975?
I mean, I don't listen to them, so... yeah.
Okay, great.
I've been subject to torture of, working with people that decide to listen to the 1975 while we're at work, and...
So it's been plagued upon you.
It has. I'm a broken man.
Number 7 for me is
Yes.
Escape the Fate.
Interesting choice.
They're horrendous.
Interesting.
Really don't like them.
Not even for the guitar work.
No.
They're brilliant guitarists. They are brilliant guitarists.
Okay. No.
Guillotine Part 2. Listen to the opening of that.
No.
Mate, what an incredible solo.
I will pass on listening to dumps. To full-on crap. But
Okay.
thank you. They're going to be my shit list. I'm going to just badmouth them and absolutely not listen to them.
100%.
Yeah, I just find they're just very uncreative. The vocalist is a pile of shit.
Bo something? Or the original?
Black Sheep?
Bobo Black Sheep, Bobo Baggins. No, because they've had 2 vocalists. So the original one was like a Ronnie something.
Ronnie Radke. He was
Yeah.
a fucking cunt.
He is a cunt. And he then joined the band after because he went into prison for something.
Falling
didn't he?
Reverse.
That's the one, yeah, that's the band he joined. What did he go into prison for?
I heard it was like rape or some shit.
Yeah, something disgusting. I remember thinking, like, what an absolute cunt. I will look this up. I will say I'm going to post it now, but I won't. Because it's me.
He's honest and consistent.
Yeah, continue. Escape the Fate.
Pardon me. So sorry for coughing in your face. I just think... Me fragile face.
Fragile face.
Oh,
not
no,
the summons. Oh, no.
They have no relevance to the summons. Just the summons, bro. I've already come up with like 5 fucking episode names in this tiny space.
Yeah, literally. I think that's what we're trying to do a little bit.
I'm not even... I'm subconsciously finding fucking Josh Homme as a French salmon. I don't know. Yeah, so I just don't like them. I don't ever want to listen to them. I feel like they add nothing to our music industry, and they just appeal to the kids.
So I don't even know many kids that would listen to them anymore.
Well, there's always younger people than me, and they're kids. You're younger than me. You're a kid. I love the kids. So yeah, that's basically it. What's number 5 for you?
5th for me. I almost want to wait until she's back.
This low?
A little bit of both, actually. So, I went, considering that last time we could sort of piece our own awesome festival together, I sort of figured we could do the same thing. So, I put, now that a member of Beartooth has left the band, what would happen if Beartooth and Code Orange collaborated?
Oh, God. Well, so you've got a
Code Orange featuring Beartooth.
Fuck me, that's horrendous.
Code Orange featuring Beartooth.
Wow. I didn't even think about featuring that. That's pretty cool.
I mean, I was a little bit stuck because I wanted something to monumentally blow the halfway point in half. I
mean, yeah, that would fucking do it.
That would fucking do it, alright. That's Code Orange.
You had enough shit yet? Well, just you wait. It's only halfway through the day.
And this was all under the premise that I really hoped that the member that left Beartooth was the vocalist, but it's not, is it?
No, it's not.
That's a shame.
That would be grand.
That would
review
be,
the next album.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, that would be absolutely hilarious. I would review the next album because it might not be just an instrumental album, and that could be alright. Code Orange featuring Beartooth.
Okay, so would they do? So that would involve the vocalist of Beartooth doing vocals with Code Orange, yeah. And
it would also include the Code Orange guys playing stuff.
God, that's horrendous. Yeah, of course. Well, fair play. I mean,
that's shit fest.
A collab. I like Code Orange a lot more than I like Beartooth, and that's not to say I like Code Orange. But
I would agree.
Interesting collab, for sure.
To an extent, actually, there was at least one song on the Beartooth album that I mildly enjoyed. There were no songs on the Code Orange album.
Oh, I like the soft one with the female vocals or the softer vocals.
It was alright.
Yeah. Right. So.
Who's in 5th place for you, sir?
Oh, this is the time where we actually cross over. We have the same number, isn't it? Nice.
Yeah, it's so nice.
We appreciate everyone on this podcast. Drawing a cigarette. You wait for me, I don't wait for you. Young podcast fans. So number 5 on mine. It's so obviously mine are going shitter as they go, in my opinion. This is a major shit one, and that's Pierce the Veil.
Oh, didn't think about them.
They are fucking awful.
Or Black Veil Brides.
Funny that. They're fucking awful. Pierce the Veil. The instrumentals are passable. The vocalist vocalists. I even put on a song to make sure I had the right band because I couldn't tell if it was Pierce the Veil or Sleeping with Sirens. Both awful with a th.
So awful.
So awful. So awful, but not as awful as Pierce the Veil.
Pierce the Veil with this horrendously awful.
They were so silly. Anyway.
What don't you like about them? Tell me what it is.
Well, right. Anyway, we're a serious fucking fuck. They're just awful. The vocalist, when he screams, it's like a strangled cat. And then when he tries to sing, as much as it's not as bad as the screaming, it's not much better. It's quite pathetic, the singing, to be honest. I could not imagine going through. And by this point, you're hitting up the later times. You have like a good hour set or 45-minute set by these people. It's getting horrendous because the sets get longer as you go along.
They really do. Oh God, they really do. You ready?
Yeah. What's your number 6?
So, like I said, I've kind of laid mine out. So I have my opening acts up until the 5th. So now I'm on to my 2 sub-supports. Now for my 2 sub-supports, I decided that I would go... Wait a minute. Yeah. My 2 sub-supports, I thought I would go for 2 bands. So I thought all I've done so far throughout this festival is just name bands that I don't like.
Yeah.
So I thought I would go for 2 sub-supports that I like, but I hate specific albums for.
Okay, fair enough. Interesting.
So next up, my first sub-support slot is Bullet for My Valentine playing Temper in full.
Okay, that is fucking horrendous.
That is fucking horrendous. No other songs, no other albums, Temper in full.
You shot it down, and then I was like, why has he done that? And then made me entirely realise why you've done that. Yeah, what a fucking dire...
Tears Don't Fall Part 2.
Which isn't actually a bad song.
Yes, it is.
When you don't call it Tears Don't Fall Part 2.
I mean, it's disgusting.
It's one of the better on the album.
That does not mean anything.
No, it's true.
I'm sorry.
I think that and Prisoner of War, or POW as they put it on the thing.
POW. See, that one was actually mildly okay when I listened to it, and then I found out the song was called POW, and I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, it's
especially seeing as I used to call my friend Luke Powell at the time as well, because his surname often gets mispronounced.
That's POW. I know POW, yeah.
Oh yeah, you do. Sup, pal?
We have mutual friends.
Some. Who's your first sub support?
Well, I've just got main and support. So my fourth down is Black Veil Brides. Yeah.
Interesting.
Just fucking dire shit. And
Pierce the Veil, Black Veil Brides.
Yeah.
Pierce the Black Veil Brides. I bet you would like to, with a knife.
Yes, that would be lovely. I mean, I would like to get caught. But, yeah, they're fucking awful. They have ripped off an Avenged riff, which still angers me to this day.
Really?
Yeah, I'll play it after here, unfortunately.
Which Avenged song?
Unholy Confessions, my favourite song.
Oh,
You don't touch that
beef.
shit, man.
That's beef.
Don't touch my shit.
That is beef.
And it's a clear fucking rip-off as well. If I could play it for the podcast, I would, but I can't. But go listen to, I think it's called Knives and Pens by Black Veil Brides. Anywho, yeah, they're fucking awful. The vocals are shit. The band's pretty shit. I don't like... A lot of people mock them for looking faggy with makeup. I don't mind that. That's fine. Each band's different. They do different stuff. That's cool. But still, don't like them as a band at all.
Intriguing.
And they're very egotistic.
This is Andy Biersack, is it?
Andy Ballsack, yeah.
Ballsack, fucking nutbag, twat nugget.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, he strikes me as vain as fuck and fucking like all about himself and
yeah, proper
strikes me anyway. I've literally listened to like 2 of their songs and decided that they make me want to vomit in the ears.
I'm very sorry. If we could swap Pierce the Veil and Black Veil Brides round, Black Veil Brides are actually 6th and Pierce the Veil is actually 5th.
Okay.
So swap them over. Pierce the Veil are worse than Black Veil Brides in my opinion.
Okay, intriguing. I've just lost my list.
Podcast over.
Just wait for the camera to reset. Okay, moving on. So, my second album by a band that I actually like but hate specific album. And I've been told that even though it's in block capitals and I would pronounce it as IRE because of that, it's actually IRE, apparently. Right, fucking IRE, mate. IRE by Parkway Drive. What a fucking shit album. IRE. Arr,
Arr,
arr, mate.
Arr, Parkway Drive, you get a little rum for the shanky.
You must start believing in ghost tales. You're in one. But in all seriousness, it's a wank album.
Okay. I believe you.
Not a fan at all. And I really quite like Parkway. I always have done. Horizons was amazing.
Reverence,
yeah.
Sounds good. Oh.
It sounds like it could be okay. Sounds like it might.
I had a track and I thought it was alright, and I don't like Parkway Drive.
No, I mean, and
well,
to
I
be
don't
fair,
even know Parkway Drive.
You would maybe get on with some of the older stuff, but it is strictly because he can't sing. And then he tried to rap through this album.
Right,
that's the problem. Is that
God, who would have thought about rap on a metal album? Hadge's review coming up soon.
Peace. So yeah, Parkway Drive, in full.
In full.
Not a fan.
So my number, what is number now? Number 4.
Yeah.
Yep. Is
no.
You should have 3 more now.
Yeah.
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 So my number 4 is Marilyn Manson playing the exact same set as Download 2009.
Ooh.
Because that
was horrendous.
Was up there in the 2 worst shows I've seen in my life.
Damn.
And the only other one is because it's Bring Me the Horizon. More on them later. Marilyn Manson with a whole not a great set after every single show. After every single song,
taking a hit of oxygen.
Yeah, oxygen, or probably from cocaine or heroin or alcohol or something else.
Probably a mixture of all.
Yep, in one shot.
Some vapor alcohol just being shot straight into his lungs.
In his veins
that
and
way,
his
please.
Anus. Oh yeah, sorry. And then the whole 5-minute rant about coke or no coke.
I heard about that.
Yeah, coke or no coke. And we're like, oh, Colt, that's just doing something funny. Oh, no, Colt. Ah, we said the Colt. Colt? Okay. We already said this, Colt. 5 minutes.
Nobody wants to see your tits.
No one cares if you're wearing a fucking coat. It's fucking warm. Take it off. Who cares? Go naked if you want. I'd rather you did that and played a song than stood there in your fucking... I don't know if I want to wear my coat or not. I got a dodgy eye, I can't see. And so on. And then later on, before Dope Show, which was fucking great, but another couple of minute rant about, don't do drugs, and then on and on, unless they're free. And then it's Dope Show. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, you've just done like 50 hits of fucking crack, but you tell us not to do drugs unless they're free. You probably pay for them. And yeah, it's just, and then during a guitar solo, he went over to the guitarist and wanked to the guitar, fucking the solo. It's just things you don't do. So yeah, Manson 09 set at download.
Repeating the whole set.
Exactly as it happened.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And if that's only 4th on my list, you know the other 3 are fucking bad.
Legit. Okay. So, we are now into second support for me, because of the way I've laid it out. So, it's been said that whilst we're both fans of Pantera, we're not necessarily the biggest fans of Phil.
No.
I think he's a bit of a dick.
That's correct.
Massive twat.
And a racist.
And a fucking racist. So, I couldn't really make up my mind, so I decided to do another kind of collab type deal.
Alrighty.
So my second support is Down/Superjoint.
Okay.
Because Phil is a dick.
Down is one of the very, 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 very few bands I've moshed to, but I was a very angry man that day, and they were on.
I don't like Down.
Headline Bloodstock.
I don't like Down.
No? I'll get on with them.
I'm not a fan. I think their music is shit. I think he sounds like shit. I think he's a bit of a dick.
Jesus. Oh, God. Get rid of these tits day by day.
I flip my dick between those titties.
Okay, that's gross.
Should we start again?
Whole podcast.
Legit.
Come back
Sorry,
very
we're
soon.
half an hour
Hello,
late,
this
guys.
is Excited Podcast 14, and thank you very much for joining us. We are serious in our jobs. Please sponsor us, McDonald's.
When did this album?
Just help me with the dick massage.
So yeah, Down, Superjoint.
Sorry,
Never really known who I dislike more. I just dislike them both.
I don't know Superjoint that well.
They're shit.
Yeah.
They're shit. I can't even tell you who he collabs with on that album because I know there are other musicians. I'm not sure if they've been in other bands that we should know. But they're just shit.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, they're just shit. Who's next for you?
Next for me is an absolutely dire band. Enter Shikari. Their music is some of the worst music created for my tastes.
Thank you.
And overall.
Fuck you.
Ralph Reynolds is a terrible vocalist, as well as being a bit of a bellend. Now, I can't get into Shikari at all. Fuck off, you bellend. Right, don't clap at me. I ain't got time for your fucking jovialness. I'm a serious human being. But it's just... I can't get into them. I haven't really tried. Because they spawned with that Sorry Not a Whiner back in the city centre days. If you don't know us, we hang around the city like Grebos.
Steps, mate.
And
Tree bowl, mate.
Tree, bro. And yeah, they came out there, and that's where that little divide of like Scene Kids and Grebos happened. SKMD, popping that out there. And it's just...
Are you looking at me? Oh, fuck you.
Because you're my co-host. I need to have some approval of a band that you love, that I hate. So, no, they would be playing, and by this point it's a good hour and a quarter set, which is just fantastic. So you know you're going to want to kill yourself after it. But you've still got 2 bands to go. So, I can't.
Each more daunting than Enter Shikari as well.
Yeah, I can't, just no.
I must admit, I thought they were going to be, if not top, then like second. So.
No, they would have been second if last week didn't happen.
Interesting.
What's your 8th? Or 9th, sorry.
So, my main support. And I don't know how we're going to do this. I think we'll both go into it a little bit in a minute.
Okay.
Because you know who I'm going to
Yes,
say.
we'll hold that off.
Yes.
So my main support, my second band is Beartooth, doing a full set for an hour and a half. That's pretty much all the music they've released. That's
Plus
that
some
voice.
covers that they've never rehearsed.
And he'll cry the whole way through it. And cough at the same time whilst screaming.
Plus, they don't have a guitarist. They don't have a guitarist, so they're probably going to sound like shit.
Yes, they will have a very hard time. I'll say a guest guitarist. Who's a terrible guitarist?
Oh, God, bring me the Horizon guitarist.
No. A terrible fucking guitarist. I can't even think of one. But throw one in there at your leisure. That isn't someone I love. So don't throw one in her because you just tease me. Yeah, Beartooth for their entire discography. Because I think they've got 2 albums, Disgusting by its name, and Aggressive, which I happen to notice, which is something that tells me it's not aggressive when you're crying at the end of your other album.
I mean, maybe the backlash that he got from that was...
I think Aggressive was first.
Oh.
No, yeah, right, sorry, yeah, yes, that makes sense. Yeah, you got the backlash from Aggressive, so like, we'll make Disgusting. Cry.
After... I'm not ready for life. But I've got to make an album.
You'd think you'd clear your voice before you record it. You think the guys that mix it would go,
Let's just cut that out.
silly Drew, we'll cut that out.
Drew.
I don't know if it's a name, I chose one at random.
Okay, fantastic.
So that's my second.
Second, so...
Our first.
Well,
Oh,
no,
sorry.
No,
Sorry.
you're first, my main support.
Your main support, yeah, sorry.
Not quite my worst.
My apologies, I jumped that gun.
You did, but to be honest, they were pretty much neck and neck for me. So we're going to talk about Bring Me the Fucking Horizon
Yes.
for a brief fucking minute here.
Rob's main support, my headliner, because they're fucking awful. Now, they would be playing That's the Spirit in Full, because that is probably the worst album. Now, it's all fucking dire, but See My Throne would probably be the last song they played, just so you know, this is the point where I literally put razor to wrist. It's fucking terrible. Ollie Sykes would probably just spit on more of his fans, piss on some people, probably mime all of it, and don't forget, 70% of it's not them anyway, because it's all backing tracks. So great, you don't really actually have to watch Bring the Horizon, because you're just listening to it through the fucking PA.
Yeah, you
they're
may as well
fake
just
pieces
fucking
of
stay at home,
shit.
save yourself a ticket to Shitfest, and just watch some YouTube.
Yeah. Or, put bleach in your eyes.
Or your ears.
Both.
Your brain.
Mouth. In your moot.
Snort bleach.
Down thou Jap's eye.
Whoa. The sheer burn. That's a clap I'm not ready for.
So yeah, they're just fucking diabolical. What have you got to say about them? Sandpit Turtle.
Sandpit Turtle was actually kind of one of the more amusing things that came out of that band. I mean, I have no words, really. I've seen them live before. Some funny things happened. He got really irate that he lost his shoe at the pits.
Did he?
Yeah, it was quite
Probably on
funny.
ketamine.
I think he was. I think he was on something. He was definitely, like, fucked on something because... So we were there, and we were, like, right at the front, and I didn't even notice that his shoe had gone. And then all I see is him get back up on the stage a little bit, stumble around, grab the microphone and go, "Where's my shoe?" Just at the top of his voice, and everyone was like, "Yeah, cute." And then his shoe got passed back on the stage, and it was just mauled to fuck. It had been
Excellent.
trampled on. And then he got really pissed off,
Good.
really irate.
Should have lost your shoe.
Shouldn't have lost your shoe. Shouldn't have lost your brain. Shouldn't have lost your fucking mind, mate. Shouldn't have lost your fucking will to live like I did at your show. But there you go. Strange things happen in life.
There you go. Here's second, my headliner. Bring me the hair straighteners. Oh.
Which leads me to my headline slot.
Hit me with your rhythm stick.
We see now this band have no rhythm stick
Okay.
because I'm pretty sure they're just some kind of hellspawn that just sits in your ears and doesn't actually exist.
Interesting.
Headlining Shitfest for me is Muse.
Oh yeah.
Now, while I agree that if you're on the right substances, Muse can be fun to go and watch, you should still take earplugs. Because to be honest with you, trippy lights and stuff are great when you're not vomiting everywhere because of what you're listening to, essentially. I don't think it was the drugs, man. I don't think it was the drugs.
No, I wouldn't know. I'm a good boy.
No, I know you are. So yeah, Muse.
Yeah, they're fucking awful.
Absolutely horrendous. They've had a couple of songs that like are annoyingly catchy in the sense that like you beat yourself up every time you find yourself going.
What's the cover they did?
Oh fuck knows. Oh, Knights of Sepultura.
And I'm feeling good.
If they played 2 specific albums, it would be fab. But recently, yes, shocking.
Feeling Good was a good cover.
If they played 2 albums in which they recorded White Noise, maybe, because they would probably be their best-selling albums.
A bit racist.
Bit harsh. I mean, we're an audio podcast. We know what White Noise is. You're being immature, Kieran.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So yeah, I fucking hate Muse.
Yeah, I hate Muse as well. Not enough to hit top 10, but
there was one song that whenever it used to come on, oh fucking Supermassive Black Hole. What a dirty song about a prostitute.
Is that actually?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
No, I'm being childish.
Well, me, but I never.
Do you want to throw in any other bands that you had that didn't make the cut?
I mean, sure. Beartooth obviously were going to be a standalone for me. Attila.
Oh yeah,
Attila
great shout.
were another band that were going to make it. Who else? I feel like I had loads. The Pixies. I can't stand the Pixies. They're such a monumental band, and I can't fucking stand them.
Don't know.
Debaser by the Pixies is probably their biggest song, and it's so bad. It's so bad. What about for you?
I had the Pretty Reckless. They were the first band I wrote to make the top 10.
What is your beef with the Pretty Reckless?
Shit, aren't they?
I mean, they're not a great band, no, but
Oh, that's that. They sound awful. She can't sing. They're famous because she's hot. They're famous because she was in the Grinch. Okay, maybe less about that part.
Maybe
if
less about
she
that
wasn't
part.
as hot, if she was ugly, they would be famous. Whereas you get bands like Hailstorm or Evanescence, if they were ugly, they would still be places.
Evanescence, yeah, 100%.
Hailstorm,
don't know about
yeah.
Hailstorm.
They've won a Grammy, man. They're
a brilliant band. I think they're great, but I know that more of their fan base than not appreciate them for Lizzie Hale more than anything.
I thought I did, and then I went to see him live, and I appreciate our brother more, the drummer. He was fucking great.
Oh,
not for his looks, but
he's well, maybe tits. They're coasting on tits, literally.
Great.
Literally.
Just mentioned tits, funny enough. Also, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Carnival, Lost Profits. I was going to make a massive joke out of it, and then decided not to. You can guess the rest, and Sleeping with Sirens, which I mentioned previously.
You can guess the rest.
So, I'll read up my 10. So, from the bottom to the top, opening is the Queens of the Stone Age, then Atreyu, then Suicidal Tendencies, then Escape the Fate, then Black Veil Brides, then Pierce the Veil, then Marilyn Manson do his full 2009 set, Enter Shikari, Beartooth doing their full discography because they've got enough time for it because they're high up enough. And finally headlined by the worst band in existence, Bring Me Horizon.
Wow. So I mean, I'm quite amazed that after one review, Beartooth have managed to skyrocket all the way up to like second to worst place.
Fucking horrendous.
Excellent. For me, opening is Panic at the Disco, closely followed by Coheed and Cambria, Broken Side, the 1975, Code Orange featuring Beartooth. Sub support is Bring Me... No, I lied. Is Bullet for My Valentine, Temper Temper in full. Then Parkway Drive, in full. It is. I'm just going to sub-name that album Mimetes now. Parkway Drive with Mimetes in full. Down and Superjoint. Main support is Bring Me, headlined by Muse.
Fair enough. And that is our version of Shitfest.
And we will pay you to buy a ticket.
And go through the whole of every of those 10 sets. That was pretty much a fully formed sentence there.
That was. Well done, you.
Fucking hell.
Well done.
Well done. There we are.
Almost. There we are.
So, this is a box. It's not really, it's my hands. But we're going outside the box. Puntastic. With Hacktivist's latest and only full-size album.
Yes.
Outside the box. So, Mr. Roberto, how do you feel about this album? It's like a little taster before we go into the track by track. And then we'll give a full-on...
And then we'll give a full-on slap around the face with our...
No, you go ahead with our...
I will save that until after this sentence.
Going back, I won't ask you how you feel about the album. How do you feel about Hacktivist before you listened to the album properly?
Okay.
It's a better way for a question.
So, let's paint another picture here. It's a regular Bob Ross thing. I listened to Hacktivist for the first time through my friend Freddie, actually, was the first person to introduce me to Cold Shoulders. And I thought it was shit.
Did you? Cold Shoulders is my favourite song.
I thought it was absolutely shit.
Okay.
So I didn't listen to them again for a very long time. And then somebody said at a party one day, "Hey, have you heard Hacktivist?" "Yeah, they're shit." "Really? Have you heard Unlike Us?" "No, I haven't." "Let me put it on." And then my dick just got a little bit hard.
That was you said before. Lovely.
Well, yeah, it was essentially. I was just going to say, you know, let's have a little brief synopsis before we slap our dicks all over this album. But then I remembered that there are people watching.
There are people watching. Hi, thanks for joining. So I got through. I don't know how I got into Hacktivist. It just kind of happened. Maybe around.
They're just there, aren't they?
Maybe Craig Swifties. I'm not sure.
Potentially.
But yeah, we played a lot of Hacktivist. They're local, from Milton Keynes band. If you're a person watching that's not from Milton Keynes or England, they are from Milton Keynes, England. Now, I heard their EP, listened to it a fair bit, love Cold Shoulders, and I'm going to say this name in full because I'm saying the name of a song, so it's loud. The cover of Niggas in Paris is fucking fantastic. Really enjoy that cover.
Excellent.
It was my favourite song at a time, but now it's Cold Shoulders. But also the track Hacktivist is also fucking fantastic.
Yes, it is.
So
Blades is sick as well.
I really enjoyed it, and
I really liked the EP. It set my expectations.
Yeah,
really fucking high.
Yeah, same. So
really fucking high.
Right.
Really fucking high.
They're also a really great band live. I haven't even thought about my number. I completely forgot about that.
They are awesome live.
Fucking
I will
fantastic.
say that now. Roadmender. Now you're not going to like this. Roadmender, Hacktivist, Shikari. Oh my fucking god. What a show. And they absolutely smashed it that night. They fucking annihilated it. And then I went back to Craig Swifties with them afterwards.
Yeah, I've met them a few times.
So it was a very good night.
Been at Timothy's birthday one year as well. That was pretty mad.
Yeah, I can imagine so.
Been out with them at Pinks a few times.
Certainly
but yes.
imagine so. And this is the thing as well, because they're a local band, we've met them, well, we've both met them outside of doing what they do, outside of work, outside of all things music related, and we've met them just as people, and they are really fucking awesome people.
Yeah, some particular members, I'm not going to go into details with the names, but a particular member gets a lot of bad flag, and actually I think it's great.
I don't know who that is, but okay. I've never heard anybody badmouth any of them.
Yeah, I've heard one particular person get badmouthed a lot, but ever since I met him, he was fantastic.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah.
They're all really nice guys.
Yeah. I haven't met Jay Hurley, and I haven't met the new look vocalist yet.
Okay.
Maxie Jott, sorry.
J-Rock.
But I've met Timothy, I've met Richard, the drummer, Josh, the bassist, and I've met Ben, the old vocalist.
Yeah,
Get on with them all very well.
Yeah, Tim's a legend.
Tim is a legend, yeah.
He's quite funny. Josh is fucking hilarious.
Richard I can really just get on and chat to. It's a drumming thing as well.
Yeah, I spoke to him about drums for about an hour and a half straight.
Yeah, he's...
Granted,
really nice guy.
Things helped, but...
yeah. Conversation does help, you're right.
Yeah, conversation. Lots of conversation.
And the fact you're a drummer helps, that's what you meant. Got
yeah, exactly. See?
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, loads of drummer.
Wow. So let's get through to the start on the album.
Yes.
So the opening track is Our Time.
It is.
It's an introductory track. It's kind of like a...
Mostly voiceover.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. It's interesting. I like bands that sort of have like a bit of a weird thing going on at the beginning of an album like that. Yeah. So yeah, it kind of geared me up a little bit. I was ready.
I wrote, it was alright intro track, not necessarily needed.
Interesting.
Didn't
More on
really
that story.
Anything to the album for me.
Okay, more on that story as it develops. Because, yeah, so when the music actually drops in, I thought, yeah, this is fucking cool. And then it goes quiet, and then we go into Hate, the second song.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, while it's a really fucking sick song on its own, the whole transition from the opening song into Hate is just not good.
No, it's
just,
badly done.
yeah, just I don't feel like they made the most of the transition.
No.
If that makes sense. So, like, I appreciated the opening. I thought, yeah, all right, cool. What's it going to go into? And you expect it to go quiet for a second and then go into some, like, fucking crazy, dirty thing. And it's just like, yeah, we're going to start rapping down the mic now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And just like, okay, well, wait a minute. my ears were ready. What's going on?
Yeah, it's worth actually pointing out that it's not the usual album kind of review on here. It's very metal in terms of instrumentalists, but it's a rap album in terms of vocalists for the most part. But I will also throw in now, but I don't really do rap, apart from Hacktivist. There's a couple of other songs here and there, maybe, but I don't do it. But yeah, for Hate, I said, yeah, it's a right track.
Yeah.
But there's not enough passion.
Yeah.
The vocals, and Hacktivist with the vocals, they feel like they're doing something, and they're making a stand. Whereas this one, I was like, okay.
I mean, it is a really good song still, on its own. And I find the sort of, like, sound effects from the opening, that that thing, I find that sticks in my head all the time, and I can just imagine, like, the vocals dropping. I just don't know what any of the words actually are, because the minute they start rapping on this, I agree with you, like, it just seems to lose kind of any weight that it had underneath it. It just doesn't pack a punch, kind of thing. So then we move into Deceive and Defy.
Yeah, the first time I listened to this, I really enjoyed it. The second time I listened to it, I was like, oh, what was the hype? The third time I listened to it, I liked it a bit more. So this is the track, I believe, that had a different vocalist on it when the album was recorded. Different guest vocalist, sorry. It's got a guy called Jamie now, and that was where, I think there was a thing that came out where the vocalist they hadn't originally...
Charlie something.
Fucked a kid.
Yeah, I heard some shit about this.
So they luckily that came out. I say luckily that came out. It's obviously horrible, but luckily that came out before the album was released, and they re-recorded the song.
Yeah, so that is lucky for them. Yeah, very lucky for them.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just put down that I've never really been a mad fan of the track with the original vocalist or the new one.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just meh for most of it. That fucking drop though. Oh, diggity damn.
Gets you pumped.
Yeah, 100%.
I said, I quite like this. The screams at the end suit the music.
Yeah.
I've always thought that Hacktivist would sound great with more screaming, but I understand why they don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, a nice blend of both would be pretty sought after, though. That has to be said. So then we move into what I can only imagine is probably going to be one of your worst songs on the album, Taken, featuring Rao Reynolds and Enter Shikari.
Okay.
So I put, again, I've never been sold on this track. I mean, we should be fine.
Technical difficulties? No, we won't. We've got like another hour to go, I think. Or like at least, yeah, we've only been on for 50 minutes. And it's 15%, it flies down to 15%.
Damn.
Technical difficulties! If that's the thumbnail, I'm going to cry.
Oh, mate. Please. So yeah, Taken, I put, again, I've never really been sold on the track, but I did develop a bit more of an appreciation for it, listening to it with like an analytical pair of ears.
Which side is it? This side.
Right side. And don't press the back button, whatever you do. Sardinly.
Cool.
Cool pipe. So yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat what you said before? I missed that, sorry.
Again, never been sold on the track beforehand, but listening to it through like an analytical pair of ears kind of gave me a new appreciation for it. And musically, I've always thought it's really sick, and the polyrhythms, man, the drums, the offbeats and stuff like that. Wow, love it.
So, for me, Taken.
Yes.
One of the better songs on the album.
Fuck. What? I'm shocked.
Nice mix of elements. Shame about Rao. That's literally what I put. But you can't even notice it's him too much. It doesn't do the same vocals as he does in Enter Shikari.
I mean, he does in later Shikari. You're used to a very defined sound of Shikari. They don't sound like that anymore. In my opinion, they sound a bit worse sometimes nowadays, because he does more of the kind of screams.
Oh my god. Well, in here it wasn't too bad. Like, you notice he was there.
When he sings alright over this, I find.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I'd say it's one of the better tracks on the album. So that's...
Chorus does really stick out
good
for me. Like, it sticks in my head. quite a bit. But yeah, I really like the polyrhythms and stuff, like the weird offbeats and stepping over the bar and stuff. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So
The Storm. Yeah, pretty basic, simple, but I actually really liked it. It was really relaxing.
Yeah, it is really relaxing. I really like it. It's a hello. When didn't this guy stop meaning? Will they exit Chicago? Oh, dig it damn.
Sophie Ray, everybody, she over here.
So yeah, like my exact words were, okay, it's a cool interlude, but could it be shorter? I think so.
Oh no, I actually...
A whole 3 minutes for an instrumental interlude.
I wouldn't change it.
Interesting.
It reminds me, the song doesn't remind me, or the music at all, but it's like Canto 34 from Five Finger Death Punch. That's a good, like, 3 minutes of music, but I just fucking love it. It has to be done right for me to enjoy it, and this was done really right.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, certainly. I just thought, like, could it be shorter? Could they get away with this being like a minute and a half long instead of double that? Over double that? Maybe. Who knows?
Fair?
Who knows? So yeah, it's pretty cool though. Into No Way Back. Now this is a transition that is worthy of a transition.
That is absolutely correct. The transition is great on this one.
It fucking is.
I just literally put another better track. I enjoy this one.
I literally just put yup.
Passion's back of it there, isn't it?
It is, yup.
Yep.
Yup.
Into the best track on the album.
Tim's vocals as well, but more on that story as it develops right
Tim's
now.
vocals, is that on False Idols, you mean?
No, on No Way Back. Later on, No Way Back.
Maybe even just skip that because, yes, more on Timothy's vocals later.
Yes, like right now.
Yeah, Fos
Aders.
Aders.
Aders in ears.
First. Yeah, False Idols. False Idols is a great track, best track on the album.
I didn't actually pick a favourite. That's interesting. It's definitely up there. 6 song, absolute fucking classic. Melodic vocals again, sick, amazing. Fucking, he's got the voice for it. He could have done that band on his own, essentially, just with Rich and Josh and him on guitar and him on vocals. And I still think that they would have made an incredible fucking band.
I fucking love Timothy's vocals.
He's brilliant.
I always have.
He's
It's probably
brilliant.
why I like Cold Shoulders. I think it's Cold Shoulders. It had to be something. Timothy's vocals is a major selling point for Hacktivist to me.
You're thinking of Hacktivist. With the... You stand... That bit where he goes into the... It's like...
At the end
in
of the track.
Oh, okay.
Towards the end.
Don't actually know if there is any in Cold Shoulders. I don't think so.
No, I'm getting confused.
No.
But I thought it would be because it's my favourite track. Either way, yeah, Timothy's vocals are a massive selling point.
Yeah.
It got me into Hacktivist.
Massively.
I needed that break from rap. Even though I was enjoying the rap of their songs in the EP, I needed that break where I go, I can get into this.
Yeah,
I can get
100%.
that vocal tune. Which is why it fucking pains me that Timothy's leaving Hacktivist.
It does.
Because he got me into Hacktivist before I knew
I'm
any of them.
probably not going to be able to listen to them now.
It's going to be different.
It
This
is.
album, well, we'll get to it at the end of the album, but yeah, this album showcased that.
100%. Okay.
But yeah, False Idols, best album, best out track on the album. Great mix of soft vocals, rap, and metal.
Excellent. Speaking of things that are absolutely not a mix of metal and rap, we're going into Rotten.
Rotten, yeah.
Rotten. Of course, what is a metal album without a pure Grammy ting? What the fuck? It's just kind of out of nowhere, but alright.
I really like it.
It is. It's surprisingly really fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's like, cool.
You told me before I listened to it last week. It's not all rap. It's not all metal, by the way. I was like, okay, yeah, of course, no, it's a bit of rap. It's like, no, there's a proper rap in there as well. I was like, okay, but I played it in the car on the way home the other day. It was just on the album was playing, and it came on. I was like, yeah, I can actually get into this. This is the rap I literally wrote. You'd think I wouldn't like it, but I do. I feel if rap was more like this more often, I might get more into rap. Because there was passion behind the lyrics. They weren't talking like fucking twats, like going, ting bruv, shag my mum. Right? 'Cause I can't deal with that grind bullshit of tings and half words and fake words. Right? I'm very eloquent. Now, but this did well. This was like, if there were more tracks like this, or Hacktivist did more rap tracks, I'd listen to them.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, they just articulate themselves really well in this, I find.
They do.
They've got enough gruff behind them to still be rappers that aren't sort of seen as like, you know, like silver spoon kind of rappers, like posh rappers or anything. Like they've got the blend of being like street and being able to articulate themselves really well. So
definitely.
I thought when I first listened to it for the very first time, I remember thinking like, what the fuck is this doing on this album?
Yeah.
And then the more I listened to it, it's like, oh, that's what it's doing on this album.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that. Elevate.
I think, wait, just quickly, I think if I remember correctly, False Idols goes into Rotten very well, or I might just be imagining that.
No, I think it is just like a normal end of song into it.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But I mean, the track placing on the album works really well for that. I find like having a big banging song like False Idols and then into like a dirty ass rap.
I fully agree. I even like the little rhythm in the background, like, which is not usually not my thing. Well done, Hacktivist, you've turned me again.
Solidly are. Elevate.
Yeah, so this is the one track from the EP that came onto the album.
Yep.
I feel like it was not the right choice to bring onto the album. I feel like it could have been Cold Shoulders. It could have been Unlike Us. It could have been Hacktivist above Elevate.
I'm absolutely amazed Unlike Us didn't make it onto the album.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely amazed because I thought that was their most sort of pulled together song.
Right, okay,
off
fair.
the EP.
Does this sound different to you than it does on the EP?
Yes, it is. They
Seems more bassy.
Yeah, they've re-recorded it, or they've at least like reproduced it. But it doesn't sound bad.
No,
and it's still a classic.
Yeah, it's still great.
Yeah, it's still really good. I fucking liked it. Outside the Box.
Yeah, really like this.
Interesting.
It may be part to do with the two Milton Keynes references, the mention of Korn on there, which is really cool. The guitar work is great throughout. Now, I think I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but listening to those lyrics, it made me think this was Ben's goodbye song before leaving Hacktivist.
Intriguing.
Like, if you go back and listen to it again, it says like there's a lot of thanks in there. How he started in the Crawford, now we're here with Korn supporting them, and there's a lot of like, look what we've achieved, look what we've done. There's kind of still more to do, but thank you. And that's kind of like, I may be looking completely over it, like too far into it, but that's when I first listened to it, and every time since, when I've really tried to analyse the lyrics, when I can understand what it's saying, I've gone, that's Ben's goodbye song.
I've personally never made that connection, but I am going to go back and listen to it now.
Yeah.
And see if I can sort of pinpoint what you mean in that, because that's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. For me, I just put, it's nothing great, but it's nothing bad. It's just meh for me.
Okay, fair.
Considering it's the namesake
Yeah, title track, yeah.
title track, I just thought it was a bit flat, really. It wasn't anything too special.
Yep.
So, yeah, moving on to
Buzzy.
Buzzy.
And a little context for this song for you, if you don't already know, there was a place at the old train station in Milton Keynes called the Buzzy. It's a bit of a skate park, and they closed it down because the council can suck a dick. And this is their song to try and save it, kind of thing. And
bearing in mind that this is where the band used to hang out before they became a band.
Yeah.
This is where Jay Hurley used to spit most of his shit before they were a band.
that shit, that's really unfortunate.
He did, yeah.
Poor Jay. Thoughts with you, man. Yeah, I really enjoy this track. I said the drumming from Richard is great, as it is throughout the album anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
But
he's a fucking incredible tech drummer, man.
Yeah, he's sick. I think he's going places, that kid.
Well, yeah, if he decides not to stay in Hacktivist, another band will snap him up.
Yeah, hopefully.
100%. Although I still personally think if Tim's going to carry on doing stuff with his guitar work and shit like that, he needs Rich to drum for him.
Yeah.
He just needs
Well,
Rich
Tim
to
has been
drum
posting
for
a lot of stuff on Facebook, and it's not all. There's a bit of mixing, and there's also a bit of vocals that are like covers of complete songs you would not expect. I should give him a listen really, because I love his vocals, but I haven't really listened to him because of the song choice. But
I'm going to check that shit out.
Yeah, amazing drums for Rich. Again, this has got a really reoccurring theme in some of the songs, but it's a great mix of everything.
It's interesting that you said that, because I put lyrically it does get a bit samey at this point.
Right, okay.
So yeah, definitely a little bit to be considered there. But yeah, 100% just, yep, sick.
Okay.
And fucking, mate, obviously we know that this band are mad for the drops, and I think some of that comes into the fact that they've all kind of got history with like drum and bass, rap, sort of like that kind of like genre of music where you'll have like a big build up to then suddenly some like dirty ass fucking bassy drop or something like that. You know what I mean? Like when you go to Ibiza or whatever, you have tracks that fucking build it up and then just.
Yes, yes.
So they've kind of drawn inspiration from that in the sense that they'll build something up and then just let it go. And I fucking love the drop in this. Like,
buzzy.
Yeah. Just the dun 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 dun. It's just so fucking good, and I've seen it live, and I lost my shit. So good, man.
It is really good.
So good, and that's what I fucking love about Hacktivist. That's what I will always love about Hacktivist is if you're in that kind of frame of mind where, I mean, it would be perfect for things like the gym, for example, because you'd be like knackered or whatever, sweating your ass off after you've just gone for like 10 minutes against the fucking heavy bag or whatever, and you would hear one of their drops, and it would be enough to get you back on your feet and punching the shit out of the bag again. That's what I love about their music. I love the drops. I love it.
Yeah. Again, I'm a fan, not as much as you about the drops, but I still enjoy it as part of what they are, so I appreciate it completely.
100%. So that brings us to The Storm 2.
Yeah, the song closure of the album.
Yes.
I haven't got anything written on this because I was meant to listen to it before we started this podcast again, but I remember going, yeah, it's cool.
Okay, so I think it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Because it's showcasing Tim's vocals. Amazing.
Again, I obviously didn't. I listened to the car on the way here, and I was focused on driving. So yeah, take this out of my current review because I don't have a proper opinion of it. If it's got more Tim's vocals, then great. But I didn't catch that at all.
So my little synopsis for this song was basically like Tesseract with way more balls.
Okay.
Because perfect melodic vocals. They sound very similar to Tesseract-y sort of like guitar and like rhythm section kind of work, where it's all very like, it's not overdone, but it's pinpoint accurate kind of thing. And whereas a lot of their other songs are like Rich going a bit nuts on the drums and like kind of like showcasing the fact that he can like step over a bar and come in like half a bar late in the middle of a fill doing crazy shit like that. This is very much like they are pinpoint accurate with each other, but it's just not overdone, if that makes sense. Like, there's nothing too crazy going on. So in that sense, they're like Tesseract, because Tesseract are a very technical band, melodic driven. Not going to go too much into them for reasons that you will soon see in the future.
Fantastic.
I reckon you'll appreciate Tesseract.
Okay.
I think you would.
Guess when they're coming up then.
Not next, if that's what you're thinking, but...
Okay.
We have entered what I'm going to call in my head the gent phase of my album pickings.
Oh god, okay. As long as you're not gonna like force feed me like album after album of the same genre, I'm cool.
Totally sick. So that is the album.
That is the album. I'm definitely listening to The Storm 2 after the podcast.
Yeah, 100%. You need
Probably
to.
before I leave.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So good. I really liked it.
So, again, as an overall album, the EP is Hacktivist to me. This is less Hacktivist to me.
Yeah, I'll agree. It didn't quite live up to the expectations that I had set for it. Anyway.
Yeah.
And maybe that's my own fault. Maybe that's me being a bit too, like, jumping the gun and being a bit too, like... assumptive, I guess, but
that's the same for both of us, I think, because I think there's 5 songs on the EP. And I know I at least like 4 of them, if not all 5. What is it? Cold Shoulder, Unlike Me, Hacktivist.
Unlike us. Unlike me.
It's always about me. Cold Shoulders and
I just left my first session and
possibly another one.
My mouth, yeah.
So, and then you go to this where there's a good few tracks in it. Are any of them great?
Not massively. Some of them are really fucking good. Most of them are really fucking good, but none of them sort of speak out as like, wow, that is a mind-blowing track.
No.
For me, anyway.
False Idols is great. Is fucking great. I really liked The Storm 1, or The Storm, and Rotten surprised the hell out of me. But other than that, and I really did like Outside the Box, just because of the references and what I thought about it. Again, we'll listen to that and The Storm 2 before we leave, I guess, because of the Ben references, or at least that's what I gathered from it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's my overall thoughts. It's a shame it's not like the EP, because I fucking love the EP.
What is it that you think is different about it, though, really? If you tried to put your finger on what it is that sounds so different about this.
You've got to realise also it's like 10 to 12 songs long. They've gone from 4 or 5 to 12. So they've at least doubled if it's like 5 to 10. And I don't feel like the creative juices weren't flowing, but with an EP they had a lot to do. They had a lot of time to build up that EP. It's their first thing. Whereas with an album, I guess they had times that they had to do things by. Maybe it's hard to explain. I don't want to say that the creative juices weren't flowing, but at the same time, they weren't the 4 epics that you got from the EP.
Fairs. Yeah, that's a fair thing to say, I think.
Would you agree?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I basically just put they're proudly wearing the MK badge. They're doing it crazy
Absolutely.
justice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're not going to have a band that have blown up as big as they have for a while, I shouldn't think.
More on that next week.
Wouldn't necessarily listen to the album that much off my own back. That's the thing. It's missing that kind of element for me.
I wouldn't go back to many tracks, to be honest.
But they've done good. They have done good. And obviously there are so many fans around the world that have joined because of this album now.
Oh, absolutely. Lots of people love it. It's just, it's not as much for me. I'll still go see them live. Still want to go see them at Timothy's last MK show. Mm-hmm. I need to buy tickets for that tonight, I think. They're still very big and very popular.
100%.
And yeah, like I say, live, fantastic. So, do you want to start the rating us off?
I gave it 7 out of 10.
I'll give it a 6.
Interesting.
There you have it. 6 and 7 by Rob and Kieran. The other way around.
He's Rob, I'm Kieran.
Yep. I'm 67.
So, yeah, that is that.
That is that. Thank you for doing that. I was about to say thank you for joining us, and I realised we've got a whole way to go yet.
Yeah, we've got round 3 part 2.
So, round 3 part 2. 3 topics per band.
So,
as we are still a fair way. Well, we've only been here for an hour and 10 minutes. We'll chat about them
that's
in
fine.
deep.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll still at least make 20 minutes up. So, the bands facing each other to finish round 3 are Marilyn Manson and My Chemical Romance, and Pantera versus Iron Maiden. Very exciting. Yes, as Sophie says, or yes.
Yeah. Yes, Queen.
Oh, God. A moment of silence for that god awful. Don't throw out the love signs, you crazy M-shadowed eared woman. Right, she's non-stop blasting love. I mean, we'll take the love. We'll take the love.
Okay.
So, dear sir, who should pick first? Manson and MCR.
I feel like, because it was Avenged last time, I let you pick first, so I think I'll pick first this time.
Yeah, so I didn't shake it, but I hope that's fine.
No, who gives a shit? It's the first one of the week, laddie. So Manson versus MCR. Through the first topic of current relevance.
I think that's really, actually quite a tough one.
That is a real fucking tough one.
Also,
the second thing that they will be going through.
showmanship.
Interesting.
An easy one.
An easy one, but still quite interesting. I'm just going to get this one.
Well, you're checking the results already.
I'm not checking the
I
results.
saw you. Look, you're going to sway your judgment. I'm telling my mum. I'm joking.
You're supposed to shake this for me.
What it says in the bathroom. Please be live show. I really want to get Manson on a live show, just because it's going to be fucking funny.
Drummer.
Okay, there you have it.
So, Marilyn Manson's up first, through current relevance.
Yeah, the fucking most difficult one of the 3, I would say. So, current... there it is. Current relevance. Who's first? Manson. Current relevance of Manson. I mean, he's still rather relevant. Is he still influencing bands? Yeah, to an extent, I'd say. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if bands such as Code Orange are at least somewhat due to him.
Yeah.
And a lot more of the gothier bands, but at the same time...
There are other influences that I find people would draw on stronger than Manson for gothic.
Yeah, like Filth, maybe.
Yeah.
Credit for sure, actually, with goth. But I would say that Manson as a whole is still rather relevant. They're still like headlining tours. They're somehow headlining festivals around the world. I don't understand. And now they've got a little bit of help from Johnny Depp, who's also recently been considered as a full-time spot. That would be interesting as fuck to see.
For what?
Guitarist. Johnny Depp's been playing guitar for him recently.
What?
Yeah, man, I didn't know.
No. How did this not make the news?
It was before the podcast started.
Fuck
Yeah, it was last year at some point.
Sideways and Call Me Shirley. Wow, okay.
So yeah, I
did not know that.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy, man. He's appeared on stage a few times with them at in America.
Mad.
I don't think he's actually properly toured with him, or no, them, because it's a band.
Mad.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, overall relevance. So would you agree that they are pretty relevant, but not
as relevant as they once were?
Oh
yeah. No.
It would.
But yeah, there's still influences to be drawn from their older stuff, I find.
Yeah, sure. Now
MCR.
I'm kind of throwing.
Yeah, fair point.
Kind of throwing out the same sentences I just threw out for Manson with MCR. They're relevant, but not as much as they were. They still have a few bands out there that are going, yeah, it's because of MCR. But is it really this? It's so difficult. Are they really?
I find that there would be. If somebody said, "What's easier to believe?" Somebody saying, "Yes, my band started through influences that drew on Marilyn Manson or My Chemical Romance." I find Marilyn Manson would probably be the one.
See, I'm leaning slightly towards the other way because the amount of pop punk, or no, MCR not pop punk, but a lot of them attribute MCR because they're all of that age. Bands starting now of that age were with MCR as the titans of softer emo rock. I know pop punk's not softer emo rock, but it's a lot closer than they are to Manson. So that's what I'm. But I mean I'm leaning like that on the Richter scale. It's not a full it's MCR. It's very tough. I mean, again, we've mentioned before, if MCR came back, there'd be headlining stuff, but Manson's doing that anyway.
And if they came back, they'd be headlining stuff and playing more like fucking like poppy drum and bass crap.
MCR?
Yeah, they had like a really synthy album or some shit not too long ago, didn't they?
So, well, they had one album after the Black Parade, and before that was always emo, and the one after that, Danger Days, was
shit.
Yeah, it was fucking awful. Even my best mate Corin, she, MCR Obsessi, was after that.
Wow.
She's now got her obsessions on System of a Down instead.
Interesting.
And a very second close avenged, because she's my mate, so she does what I do.
She does nice things for you.
Yes. Yeah, so, I mean, I'd like to discuss it further into both bands, but I feel like it's very neck and neck.
I don't think that opinion would change either, and no matter how much we talked about it, I don't think we'd really reach much of a resolution.
No.
So we may as well just try and make a choice. Current relevance, who are you going to go for?
I'm going MCR, but it's so close.
I am going to have to go Manson.
Yeah.
Just because I think his influence over the years has been bigger as well.
Oh, absolutely, over the years, yeah.
And therefore, having that many seeds sown into history, I find that more bands now would probably still draw more current relevance from that, if that makes sense.
I mean, you might be entirely right. I literally, disclaimer,
it's
it's so hard to call, and it's locked in, so disregarded, sir. So the second topic, which hopefully a bit more of a fucking conversation about it. Showmanship, there's definitely a much more of a conversation about that.
Mate.
So.
Manson. Showmanship. Go away, dog.
It's not a nice way to talk to your mother. Now then. It's awful. Awful showmanship. So let's get this straight. So I was rewatching previous podcasts to write those things the other day. Showmanship, right, is politics.
I was literally staring at you blankly a minute ago, like, clear this one up for me.
In the industry.
Right.
How they are as a band, with each other, and with other musicians and the industry.
Okay.
Not flying planes over a fucking live stage. Okay.
I still think that's showmanship. It's demonstrating that you are a showman, but okay.
Excellent.
Moving
creative writing, Sophie.
Swiftly on.
Yeah, so as they are as a band, it's mainly him. Let's be honest. That's going to be putting them down the shitter on this topic. He's awful, as mentioned before, with my shit fest, with him wanking up guitars and running off stage like a little bitch, and doing copious amounts of drugs. It's just it's awful.
He is.
He treats his band members like shit.
I mean, most of the rest of the band don't ever get attributed to any success that he has.
No,
and they fucking should be.
Damn right. That's why I always refer to, when we're talking about Marilyn Manson the person, it's him.
They are a band.
Yeah, and when you talk about Marilyn Manson the band, it's them. Right, I'm going to see them. Like, naming your band after yourself is bad in the first place, but especially in the rock and metal world, I get it with like Bryan Adams or stuff like that because they have a backing band. But Manson is a band. It's not a backing band. Name it something else. We get that. We get it that you're the biggest pull, right? But no,
we still think you're shit.
Yeah, just because you're the biggest name in there doesn't mean you should be the biggest name in there.
I like it.
He was definitely cunted. You were right the first time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
MCR. Showmanship.
You say that so about Manson, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, how can you say anything else?
Yeah, pretty much. Show.
Tell me about My Chemical Romance. Tell me about the showmanship.
Oh, the Gerard way.
It's the Gerard way. Oh no, not this again.
Oh, no.
What about the Gerard way and Josh Homme? What the collaborate?
Silly French.
Silly Dutch.
Oh, what was that?
That was my ring against the chair.
Oh, okay. Ring sting. So I mean, I didn't really know about it too much. I know they got rid of the drummer at one point, but apparently he was the shit one, and he was always drunk on stage and fucking up a bit, and that's why I got rid of him. Other than that, I feel like the showmanship's pretty good. I don't think I've heard rumours that they don't actually talk that much since they broke up, which is a shame. Obviously, Mikey and Gerard talk 'cause they're brothers. But as for the rest of them, they kind of do their own thing. But that's after they broke up, I guess.
None of them are in any other bands, though, are they?
I think Frank Iero is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. Gerard Way has got real fat. Saw a photo of him, I was like, who's that? Someone said it's Gerard Way, I was like, no, it's not. And then I looked closer, and it was.
Jesus.
Like, real big. Bigger than me, which is saying something. So, yeah, there's not really much I can say about them because I don't know too much, but I mean, it's not Manson. Have you heard anything about their showmanship overall?
Not really. Not enough to pass comment on right now. Definitely not. So in that sense, I'm going to go with MCR.
I'm going with MCR.
Because it's not Manson.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
Sick.
one to MCR.
They dodge bottles okay. Awesome.
They do dodge
That
bottles.
is a very handy thing to have under your belt if you're not a very liked band.
Yeah.
So that brings us down to our, hopefully, decider. Drummer.
Yeah.
I mean, I already know exactly which way I'm going with this, but yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I do, 100%.
Okay.
Let us start with Manson.
Yeah, so the drums are great.
Yeah. For what? For the purpose? For the purpose, 100%. Nothing like amazing about the drummer.
No, but
if somebody said, hey, there's Manson's drummer, do a solo, you'd be like, what?
Yeah. There's nothing you can really... I don't know his name. There's nothing you can say about... It's probably changed like 50 times during Manson's drunken career. But you can't... There's nothing I can say much about him, but...
That's just the drunken career.
Drums are prominent in this. I enjoy the drums.
In some songs, yes. But in the songs that they're designed to be, like The Beautiful People, 100%.
Yeah. But that is a fucking good drum beat.
It fucking is. And it wouldn't sound the same without those drums exactly the way that they are.
Not all, I agree.
But at him as a drummer, is there anything particularly incredible about him? Or is it more so about the levels that they play with when they're producing and cutting the album and stuff?
My mouth is closed.
So, it's still going to come out. It doesn't... What do you think? Are you one of those people that's like, oh, there's a bad smell in the air if I breathe through my mouth? No, you're just getting fucking horrible, shitty particles in your mouth instead. You're one of those, aren't you? Like,
We're very aggressive about flatulence.
I mean, dude, it's... They're so strong.
Have they really been that strong since the first one?
Yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Alright.
That second one that you did where you kind of blew it that way, it still managed to hit me in the face and I was like, we're live, so I'm going to try and hold it down. Just to let you know, I normally don't really care about people farting, about people burping and stuff. It's just this guy seems to save the worst ones for when we're live, right here in this fucking room. Poot.
Does hate me. Poot.
Rasputin.
I'm done.
Yeah, should we just bun the rest of this tournament?
I like buns. So, moving on to MCR.
Yeah.
Drumming for that.
I think he's sick, to be honest.
Yeah.
I actually think he's really good.
You got to keep in mind, like I said before, on the showmanship, this drummer, one of the drummers, got really fucking smashed and drunk on stage multiple times. That's a dickhead move.
It is a dickhead move. Massive dickhead move. I just think that the drummer for the Black Parade album was...
That's the guy, yeah.
He's good.
Ray Toro? No, the bassist.
He's fucking good. He's a good drummer.
Yeah.
Like, you think about the drums for the song Black Parade, even. And you think, like, throughout the whole beginning part, it's obviously, like, really anthemy and, like, a marching band, obviously. So the fact that he can sort of do that into, like, a really sick standard, like... Well, not even standard, just a really awesome, like, punky sort of beat afterwards that's, like, full of fills and craziness and stuff. He is a really good drummer. He's speedy. He's got the right fills. He does the right fills at the right time. He doesn't overfill. I think he's brilliant in terms of his, like, technicality and his, like, playing and stuff. I think he's really good.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
What about you?
I agree. Good drummer. I would stick with good. Or very good. He's not one of the greats.
No, but he's really good for what they need him for.
Yeah, no, he suits the band. Yeah, the drumming is very good on Three Cheers as well as Black Parade. So
okay, yeah,
I can't really deny that, to be honest.
Who are you going to go for?
I was going to go for Manson. I'm going for MCR.
I'm also going to go for MCR.
MCR go through.
And Manson are out.
And out of curiosity, what was the fan vote?
So, to manage everybody's expectations...
Who would have gone through if we couldn't decide?
Oh, that would have been interesting, considering it would have been our first tied fan vote.
We've had one before.
Have we?
Yeah, Five Finger and someone else.
Shit.
So it would have been...
It would have been 5 each.
5 each.
So then how would we have done that?
We would have gone with this piece of paper here, and we would have guessed. We would have looked at the topic and gone, that's the topic, who's your pick? Who's your pick? Done.
Okay.
So we would have gone, it's discography.
Poor Manson.
I would go MCR.
Fuck.
Because...
So what would we have done then?
Gone for another topic. God, this is crazy. We're playing it out. I might fucking get my live show eventually. It would have been... Vocalist. And I would have gone Manson.
I would have gone Manson.
Okay, Manson would have gone through.
Madness!
However.
Absolute madness. Think about what's happening in a parallel universe right now. Sick. So
those two have gone back in
However.
because they weren't chosen properly.
yes, 100%. And Manson are out, and My Chem are through.
My Chem are through to take on either Pantera or Iron Maiden.
Interesting.
In what will be the most difficult task of either Pantera or Iron Maiden career. I'm lying. So,
Vis-a-vis.
I don't know what it means.
Vis-a-vis Black Parade.
I thought vis-a-vis was spelled vis-a-vis.
No. V.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
V.
What does it mean again? What's vis-a-vis mean?
Vis-a-vis is like... I don't actually really know, but it's like the subject of a topic, basically. So, like...
It says Black Parade, so it's probably something bad about it because she hates them.
No, I'm not going to say it, but you know I'm thinking it vis-a-vis.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it'll be like... You know what I'm thinking about the Black Parade, but I'm not going to say it.
Right.
Vis-a-vis is basically like if I said like...
Can you shake it, please?
Big Bang Theory example, when they're like, oh, since I'm a guest in your home, you should bring me a beverage. However, you're upset, so I should bring you a beverage. How do you want to proceed vis-a-vis beverages?
It seems like unnecessary languages to be fair, but that's fine. So, Pantera Maiden. On
Yeah!
the first topic of image and artwork.
Holy shit. Second topic of best album.
Okay.
Oh, diggity daffodil.
And third on fan base. These are three fucking huge ones. Two fucking huge bands.
Decidedly are.
Image and artwork. I believe it's No, it's Pantera first. So.
Is it? I thought you were right in... Pantera, no, yeah, 100%. Okay.
Pantera first on image and artwork. Now, we've crossed this already. Mm-hmm. And until we get to the very final, we'll just breeze over. When we get to the final one, we're going to be going into depth each one, even if we've covered it already, because chances are we have, because we've gone through 4 rounds already. So, image and artwork, Pantera, you've got Vulgar Display of Power, fucking great album cover.
Vulgar Display of Power.
Just in case you weren't sure what it meant.
Fuck, I love this album. Yep, sick.
Yeah, great album cover, iconic, and...
It's madly iconic, actually.
Yeah, it really is. And then you've got the Confederate flag, which is their thing. Mm-hmm. These days known as racism, but back then it wasn't. I'm going to stick with the pride thing, because that's... You got to think. Remember, there were bands like 20, 30 years ago. Like that wasn't so much of a thing like it is these days.
I mean, if anything, it was worse back then. But okay.
Yeah, but the Confederate flag, racism was worse back then. But the Confederate flag wasn't as hate. Like
it wasn't seen as like a mark of like hatred towards anything or anyone.
Yeah.
So their original purpose in using it was probably quite light-hearted and legit.
Yeah, it was Southern rock.
Southern rock, man.
On your level. Anything more to add for pant wearers? The pant era.
Yes, the pant era.
Era of pants.
Interestingly enough, they were actually part of the pant era.
Is there a pant era?
Well, yeah, like the spandex and leathers and crazy shit. And yeah, for most people that don't know, interesting fact about Pantera, they were a hair metal band at first.
Mm-hmm.
And they wore spandex.
They did.
Like a bunch of goots. Anyway.
Right.
No, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, they're quite iconic for their thing. They don't have a mascot or anything, do they? They don't have like a band mascot, but they've... But then, Maiden.
Yeah, they don't really have anything either, so I'm voting for Pantera. I'm fucking with you.
Don't fucking blaspheme on that shit.
Maiden are one of the biggest bands in this fucking tournament, or in the world, known for their artwork. Their image, they've got a bit of image.
They've got a mad image. Flag. They've got a mad image behind them. They are a proud British trooper band. They have an image, man.
I'm trying to think like what they wear on stage and stuff like that. Though. They're kind of relaxed on that form.
No, but they're like... Not always. So Download 2013, he flew in a plane over the crowd like a good showman.
Good live show.
Good live show, yeah. But from a decent showman with decent showmanship. I've forgotten my original point because we tangentialised.
It's okay to be wrong.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you can admit that, Kieran, because then it will soften the blow.
Oh, you.
Gosh golly.
Matron. It's sort of coming for you now.
But no, he came out on stage and he's obviously where they're kind of like proud British soldier type band.
Yes.
He came out in like a sort of a very similar looking to a commander's sort of.
Does he have a blue jacket?
Some shit like that. Yeah, he ended up taking it off and he's got like the sheared sleeve vest on underneath and stuff, and then that's when he's waving around the fucking flag.
Yeah.
Which is again part of their image.
See, yes, it is within image and artwork, but I was just trying to decipher where... Oh, hello, Sarah.
Mother.
Yeah, I couldn't decipher whether it was between image or artwork, because I know the flag is an artwork, but it kind of relates to both, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Undeniable that Eddie is like probably the biggest mascot in metal.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm trying to think.
Artwork, I would put that. Well, again, I suppose it could come under both to a degree. When he's out on stage with them, it's part of their image. But when it's on every single one of their album covers, near enough.
Yeah, I'd say it's spawned as artwork and it's grown into their image. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, and I can't think of anything else. I think Eddie's got to be the biggest mascot.
Oh, fuck yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Any music anywhere.
I mean, he's even bigger than Download Dog. And Download Dog is the mascot for like 100 bands every couple of years. So,
yeah. So it's easy pickings really, isn't it?
Maiden. 100%. Right. So, 1-0.
Best album.
Fuck.
Vulgar Display of Power. I think it's Pantera's.
I'm going to need to see the track listing on both very quickly. It's either that or Cowboys.
Oh, real. While you look, what's Maiden's? Somewhere Back in Time? I'm just naming albums, I don't know Maiden that well.
Somewhere Back in Time is a compilation anyway.
Is it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm pretty sure.
That would make sense with the title, actually.
Fuck. Right, we'll have to have a look at that in a minute. Right, so Cowboys from Hell by Pantera has Cowboys from Hell. Funny that.
It's crazy.
Primal, Concrete Sledge, Psycho Holiday, Hearsay, Cemetery Gates. That's a tough one then. Domination, Shattered, Clash with Reality, Medicine Man, Message in Blood, The Sleep, and The Art of Shredding. Oh, fuck you. Vulgar Display is Mouthful War.
A New Level and War.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And This Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, it's got to be.
Yeah, Vulgar Display. But versus... What's Number of the Beast album? Is it called Number of the Beast?
I think so, yeah. No, not their best.
Not the best?
No.
I'll let you decide this one entirely and I'll see the set list. Their track list, sorry. Please wait during this important moment.
I've always liked Brave New World and Our Shive. Let's have a look. Oh, dude, this is hard, man. So, Power Slave. Aces High, 2 minutes to midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking banging tune. Lost for Words. Flash of the Blade. Duelists, Back in the Village. Power Slave. Tell me why I have to be a power slave.
I'm willing to take it.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not even sure if I am right now. Sorry, guys. We perhaps... Well, there's no way we could have prepared for this more than what we are.
We have not known what was coming.
Oh, dude. Right, okay. Albums. Seal albums. Fear of the Dark. Forgot about that one, didn't we? Be Quick or Be Dead, From Here to Eternity, Afraid to Shoot Strangers, Fear is the Key, Childhood's End, Wasting Love, Fugitive, Chains of
definitely
Misery,
not as good.
Fear of the Dark.
Oh, you flew in there with Fear of the Dark.
Well, I was considering the albums Fear of the Dark.
Oh, I didn't hear that part, fair enough.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, yeah, it's a pretty good way of ending that album. Matter of Life and Death is good as well, though, to be fair. That's got Different World, These Colours Don't Run.
Whilst Rob looks into this,
oh my God,
I will talk to the fans.
Oh my God.
So, we have just very exciting, really. So, obviously, Manson is out. MCR, My Chemical Romance, are taking on either Iron Maiden or Pantera next round. But we also have another round that we've already done. Oh, yes, throw your loves out, Sophie.
Did you say Somewhere Back in Time or Somewhere in Time?
I don't know. I said it was Somewhere Back, but I thought it was just the one.
No, I'm pretty sure they've got Somewhere Back in Time, which is a compilation of their history, like, through certain things, but they did have an album called Somewhere in Time as well, so I'm going to look at that in a minute.
Super. So, in the last few rounds, I don't know who was in it, but Avenged beat Black Sabbath. Shock Horror. Oh, by the way, it's just divine. If you guys want to comment on the podcast, that is always encouraged. If you want to comment that certain people are being biased to certain bands and didn't notice that I chose Sabbath out of 3 matches against Avenged, twice out of 3 matches, sorry, then you have no right to comment and complain. Go and watch the podcast. If we reply to your comments, reply to us. Because if you're going to sit there and be a bit of a bell tip, Daniel Calling, I'm going to call you out on our podcast, saying that I'm rigging it and that I'm doing things for the sake of doing things. Oh, yeah, I'm fixing it for Avenged to win. No! I nearly died last week because I thought Sabbath went through. I chose them twice out of 3 times. So, have you got that one ready?
I think so.
So, change that into that. Fuck you. Comment freely. Comment with your points if you do it properly. It's just fantastic. Thank you for giving us time to rant.
Thank you for giving me time to find an album. And I think I am actually going to go with your suggestion. Not for Number of the Beast on its own, though, because that same album has Run to the Hills, Hallowed Be Thy Name,
Trooper?
Total Eclipse. No, Trooper is on Peace of Mind.
Interesting.
Which is also really fucking... I don't know. Fuck it, let's go with Number of the Beast, because this is taking far too long.
Lovely. And just to finish my last point, because I forgot to mention one other tangent there, Avenged facing Slipknot in the next round. That's what I was getting to.
We will see how that goes.
That'll be very interesting.
Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden.
Number of the Beast. Okie dokie, my brokey. Pantera first. What a fucking album.
Vulgar Display is a sick album.
Those 3 opening tracks, Mouth for War, A New Level, and the other one... Walk. Fucking... Dude, that's an album opener. That is powerful as fuck.
It is.
Mouth for War, great track. A New Level, my favourite track by them.
Really?
Yeah, and Walk, iconic track. Probably their most known, not their best.
This Love is on that album as well, isn't it?
Yeah. But... they're all fucking powerful songs. Imagine that. Imagine if they played that in full and those 3 songs open the album and give you a little bit of
a fucking set, mate.
Yeah. They gave you but you got a little bit of a break. I say a break, it's Pantera, but then they kick with a new love.
You take this love, bitch.
New love. Sorry, I meant this love.
Scar.
Fucking powerful. So great. Can't really say much more about it, but...
I swear I love you, but I love... Yeah, okay. I know who I'm probably going to have to pick now.
It's a fantastic album.
It really is, and I think it does sort of showcase them at their best.
Absolutely, I fully agree.
Whereas I feel like Maiden are consistently really good throughout their albums, but none of their albums are consistently good. So Maiden are good. You can pick a good Maiden song virtually from any one of their albums.
Right, they have their great songs sporadic.
But they don't have an album that is, as you can just see from how fucking difficult it was for me to even pinpoint one, they don't have an album that is consistently pretty sick all the way through, whereas I feel like Vulgar Display has a couple of like songs that I'm just like, meh, about, but that is pretty much what that is them consistently pretty good all the way through an album.
Yeah.
Mate, this is tough.
For me, are you ready to vote?
I am.
For me, it's Pantera.
For me, it's Pantera.
Okay.
Vulgar Display.
1-1.
It all comes down to this, maybe.
So, fan base for Pantera. Now, this is a sentence I'm going to open both of them with. Their fan base is fucking huge.
It is, yeah, still to this day.
Uh-huh.
Still massively committed.
Very dedicated, very passionate. You'll find fans on both ends of the spectrum of should they reform Zakk Wylde. You'll have fans that love the idea, you have fans that hate the idea. That's passion, regardless of what side you're on. Which is respectable, completely.
100%.
So, yeah, that's... For the... Pantera seem very much die hard, and till the day they die, they will breathe Pantera. They will follow follow Phil wherever he goes. They'll follow Vinny wherever he goes, and they'll continue to show that Pantera love it, even though they're not that much of a fan of the band. So Vinny Paul's band, hell yeah, I'm quite a fan. I've seen him a good few times. I've actually got a signed drum skin from Vinny Paul.
That's pretty sick.
I met Vinny Paul that day as well.
That's pretty sick.
It was actually quite funny. I worked out a little side story here. Saw them at Bloodstock 2015, I think, and they played there. Saw it. They headlined the second stage. It was great. And a couple of days later, they were playing the Crawford, and I had tickets to see them there as well.
Yeah.
So Vinny Paul and the Crawford's just a fucking wild thought anyway, because
Yeah.
it's Vinny Paul from Pantera playing a 500 cap venue. That's insane.
I didn't even think it was that big, to be fair.
No, it might be less, to be fair.
I thought it was like 250.
It might be. I'm not sure. It might be got extended a bit. I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, fantastic. And then at that gig, I saw that they had the drum skin on sale, and I was like, "When did he use it?" Because it was played with as well. It had been used in the gig, and he said, "I used it for a show last week and played Bloodstock with it." I was like, "I'm buying it," because I saw
How much
him.
was it?
30 to 50 quid. But I was like,
Signed
by him and used by him at a show that I saw him in a few days ago. I was like, I have to get it.
And I'm not being funny. As morbid as this is, when that guy passes away, if you ever wanted to part ways with that, you are going to make a profit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no two ways about it.
Definitely. So
There's just a little business mind of mine coming out there.
yeah,
Money, money, money.
but no, the fan base is just. We'll go on to Maiden in a sec, but I'd say
They are committed.
They are. I'm not gonna say they're as big as Maiden.
They're not.
But they're more diehard. That's my opinion.
They're not.
I think so.
I think they're equally diehard. They're not more diehard than Maiden fans. You have Maiden fans that literally live and bleed and breathe Maiden and nothing else.
I think you get out of Pantera as well, though.
You probably would, but I think that you would, due to the sheer size, and I would say Maiden do have a bigger fan base still to this day.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
I think due to the sheer size, you'll get more people that are like that for Maiden than you would do for Pantera.
More people. I know. Just
sheerly by the numbers and the ratio.
I don't think that the diehardness is as high. I don't think you would hear many people say, "I would die for Maiden." I think you'd hear a lot of people say, "I'd die for Pantera."
Are you kidding?
No,
dude, no, man.
It's not something I see as much, and I'm not massive on Maiden. I'm not massive on Pantera, but yeah, I'm a bigger fan. But that's not me. That doesn't mean I'm leaning towards that. I hear a lot from other fans across, like, from places like Download and shit like that, and across forums and download pages. I hear it's more intense from Pantera fans.
I'm just not sure how I feel about that personally.
That's cool.
I'm pretty taken aback by that notion, actually.
But you are a massive Maiden fan. Again, you wouldn't. I know you won't. I know you wouldn't use your fandom to lean another way as well.
Absolutely not.
We're both coming from the same wavelength here. But yeah, again, I maybe just be listening in the wrong places, but that's what I've heard more.
I can't bring myself to agree with that.
That's fair.
I just can't. I think I know who I'm going to say.
I think I do too. Well, I'm not sure yet.
I am going to have to go with Maiden, just purely because it's a larger fan base. They are definitely just as, if not more, committed and diehard, in my opinion. There's so many more outlets for Maiden fans to prove how diehard and ridiculously diehard they are. I mean, you've got Trooper Beer, you've got all of the fucking merch that's come out over the years, you've got mascots still being sold to this day.
That's a fair point. Is it a fair point, actually? I don't know if I'm pushing the boat out too far there. They've got a beer, because Pantera haven't released a beer doesn't make the fans less committed.
No, obviously
they've
not.
They've got more merch because they've been, they're alive for a start, they're still going, and they've started earlier than Pantera as far as I really know, I'm pretty sure they did.
Let me ask you this, and it is tangential to the main topic, but I know the answer, in my opinion, to this question. So let's assume that Dimebag was still alive and they carried on at that point in time. Do you honestly still think Pantera would still be a band now with how much of a twat Phil is?
I don't.
I don't.
That does not make me think the fan base would be any less.
No, if anything, if they'd carried on for a bit longer, it would probably be a bit more intense and a bit higher and a bit larger and all of that good stuff.
The thing is, when a band member dies, the fan base intensifies, especially after a fucking shooting. There's a lot of passion there.
There's unity and brotherhood in that as well, which is something that a fan base that like the same band can relate to very easily.
Yeah. Every time I come across Pantera fans, they are so much more Pantera based than when I meet Iron Maiden fans. I feel like when I meet Iron Maiden fans, I don't know, there's a lot out there that are Iron Maiden blood, like you said. But the majority of my Maiden fans that I meet, they have their top band, they have their secondary bands. That's that. The Pantera people I meet, they have Pantera, and they have some other bands I like too. But they don't even touch the ceiling of the bottom floor of the top floor that Pantera are in. What a terrible analogy. But that's what I'm throwing in.
I mean, it was kind of...
Sup, Sean?
Started. Who are you going to go for?
I'm going with Pantera.
I am going with Maiden.
Yeah. Fan vote puts this fucking band through, which is a fucking crazy.
This is a bit nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Right, I need to do this because people have fucking commented on the thing instead of liking the fucking thing. Okay, so hold on. So the actual liked votes, 3 to Maiden, 5 to Pantera.
Okay.
However, we've got Dale down here that says Maiden.
Yep.
And I've just double checked to make sure he hasn't liked, so that's now 5-4.
Yep.
And then we have Dan Culling, live performance Maiden all the way, but Pantera doesn't really give a choice. So I guess we can't count it. Which means 4 votes to Maiden, 5 to Pantera.
Pantera goes through. That was like, I'm glad I voted for them, a fan base, but that hurts a bit to have Iron Maiden come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a bigger fan of Pantera, and I feel like it would have hurt more if, well, it hurts more if Maiden came out. But you guys voted.
Such is the nature of what we do.
Yeah. So Pantera versus MCR, and Avenged Sevenfold versus Slipknot.
Amazing. Yeah, that's going to be a bit fucked up. Shit.
Who will take on Pantera in the final? Because it's not going to be fucking MCR, is it? Well, you never know. We'll see. If it's vocalist, they've got 1 point, I guess. Fucking hell. Oh, that's crazy, man. That's really... That was a weird one. That was kind of...
You don't know how to feel about that, do you?
It felt
you don't know how
surreal.
to feel about that. Whereas I am a big Maiden fan, and I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I'm fine with them being out because Pantera, and they're both titans. No one can deny that. Even if you're a fan of neither, or if you're an equal fan of both, they're fucking massive bands that have influenced our industry entirely. Most of the bands you listen to now, I know my top band would be nothing without those 2 bands.
Yeah, 100%. I think that can be said for pretty much any bands nowadays, though.
Any fucking good band, anyway.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gents, we thank you for joining us on this fucking crazy podcast. So,
That's been a bit of a wild one.
it has been weird. Fucking Josh Homme.
I think with the amount of weeks that we've really struggled to find a name for a podcast, you're going to struggle to narrow it down to one.
What the fuck are we going to do? So, my good people, next
episode
week...
14.
Yeah. Episode 14. 14. Right, so, next week... Well, first of all, tonight, or tomorrow, I'm going to put up the new votes for the tournament. Please do vote. It's going to be 4...
Because we need y'all.
Yes, and every vote fucking counts, as you can tell, with Maiden Pantera there. So it's going to be round 4. 4 topics per band, and it's going to decide who's the finalists.
Fuck.
Yeah, fucking, it's come a long way, man. It's weird.
It is, yeah. I can't believe we're almost getting ready to say goodbye to it already.
It's strange.
It's become part of our process. It's kind of ingrained now. We need to do a tournament every week.
Yeah.
Fuck.
59 bands, go!
Oh,
so
I would get on that shit.
Next week we are having a break from the tournament. We won't be doing it next week, so we're going to be 2 weeks to vote, and that's for a very good reason. This location, this fancy place that you see with the great poster, which can't be seen today, there you go, little smiley faces, is not going to be around next week. We are going to be in a new location for 1 week only.
On the move.
And we will be discussing local music. What the fuck have I written there? Slur? Scene. It's not now, it's a scene. The local music scene.
The local music slur.
The music doing is Slur. How's it going to go fast?
What do you think about the local music slur?
Yes, the local music scene.
And is it dying?
Is it dying?
Or is it slur?
Or are we just... The local music scene.
I just got my lighter caught in my beard. That fucking hurt.
It's gone.
Oh, dude.
The local music scene. Is it dying, or are we just not noticing it anymore? Like, have we got old? What's going on?
Or are we not noticing it anymore because it's dying? Who knows?
Exactly.
Who the
And
fuck
for
knows?
that, we will have our first guest, our very special guest of Nick Osman Luty from Beatdown Podcast. So that is going to be very exciting. Also, we are going to be reviewing a band who are currently unsigned to fit in with this thing here. So, and I'm going to make sure...
No, it should be the...
fuck off. I say don't fucking comment on this shit, man. For fuck's sake.
Continue.
Right, I'm going to have serious fucking words. So... Thank God we can delete comments from the end of this. Now, I'm actually genuinely pissed. So, next week we are going...
tell.
Next week we're going to review a band called Placeholder, and we're going to review their EP called Grey.
Interesting.
Okay, so
I've never heard of it. Is it on Spotify?
It is on Spotify.
Fantastic.
I've never listened to him. I've been speaking to the guy on the That's Not Metal focus group sub-page that I'm running. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to have that reviewed.
Have you listened to any of their stuff?
Not at all.
So
No.
this could be like grimy rap shit for all you know.
Well, I don't think from That's Not Metal, but I fucking hope not.
I mean, what if you join the page because that's not metal?
Tomfoolery. Right, so, yeah, Placeholder, Grey.
Interesting. We will review that next week.
Yes. So we need to make sure that... It's probably a good thing it's a short album, because Oz is awful at reviewing albums. If you've watched him reviewing our albums, like, oh, shit! That's his review. Fair enough.
Shit. Alrighty then.
So, thank you to most of you for joining us.
Some of you for not joining us.
Thank you.
What do you mean, thank you to some of us for joining us?
Because I didn't want my mum to join or comment.
I see.
Right.
The rest of you are fine.
Yep. So, thank you ever so much to everyone but Karen. And we will see you next Monday at hopefully 8:30ish, but we've got to travel to a new venue. So, bye!
We'll see you around.